I'm Dr. Katherine Harris, physician and educator in sexual health. If you've ever been in an intimate moment and your erection didn't show up or it faded suddenly, I want you to take a deep breath with me and hear this clearly. You are not broken, you are not alone, and your body is not failing you. What you're experiencing is a common human response that can happen to anyone at any age, especially under stress. Bodies are responsive systems, not machines. They react to emotions, environment, beliefs, and pressure. Tonight I'm going to walk you through 5 calm, respectful steps you can take in the moment, plus the big picture habits that reduce how often this happens. This is education, not a value judgment and not a diagnosis. If you're ever unsure, talk with a licensed health professional you trust. First, understand what's really happening. Erections are primarily a blood flow and nervous system event. When your brain feels safe, relaxed, and connected, nerves signal vessels in the penis to open, inviting more blood in. When your brain senses pressure, anxiety, fear of judgment, or distraction, your sympathetic fight-or-flight system can dominate. Blood shifts to big muscle groups, heart rate rises, and sexual response often quiets down. That shift can occur within seconds. Knowing that mechanism gives you power. You're not failing. Your nervous system is prioritizing safety. Once the body gets a different signal, calm, connection, choice, it can switch back. Step 1 is to regulate your body's stress response in real time. The goal is not to force an erection. It's to calm your system so your body can choose arousal again if it wants to. Start by pausing. You can say, "Give me a second," and gently step back from the performance script in your head. Breathe low and steady. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 4. Hold for 4. 4 rounds. Let your shoulders drop. Feel your feet on the floor, the texture beneath your hands, the temperature of the room. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can feel, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, 1 you can taste. Those simple grounding cues tell your brain that the current moment is safe. If you need a brief reset, take a sip of water or adjust the lighting or music. Tiny environment tweaks can shift your state more than you think. The point is to downshift the nervous system, not to turn intimacy into a test. Step 2 is respectful communication that removes pressure. Pressure is the enemy of arousal. Connection is the antidote. You can say something short and honest like, "I'm okay, my body needs a minute," or "I really want to be here with you. My mind got in the way for a second." Keep it simple, kind, and without blame. You're not apologizing for existing, you're inviting patience and teamwork. If you sense your partner worries they did something wrong, offer reassurance. "This isn't about you, I'm into you. Let's slow down and enjoy being close." A touch of light humor that doesn't target anyone, "My brain just filed a surprise update," can also lower tension. What you're doing here is dismantling the silent narrative that intimacy must follow a rigid script. When pressure drops, physiology has room to return. Step 3 is to expand the definition of intimacy for the moment. Many people have absorbed the idea that successful intimacy equals a narrow set of outcomes. That belief creates on-the-spot performance anxiety, which is like yanking the handbrake on the nervous system. Give yourselves permission to shift the goal from achieve X to enjoy connection. That might look like slowing down, staying present with eye contact, cuddling, massage over shoulders or back, or simply holding each other while you breathe together and talk. The emphasis stays on warmth, consent, and comfort, not on fixing anything or meeting an expectation. Paradoxically, when you remove the demand to perform, your body often becomes more receptive. If, after a few minutes of connection, arousal returns, great. If it doesn't, you've still had a respectful, caring moment that strengthens trust instead of eroding it. Step 4 is a quick check of common, immediate contributors. Ask yourself, am I sleepy, stressed, or dehydrated right now? Have I had alcohol or anything else that puts the brakes on arousal? Am I distracted by worries, deadlines, or a recent conflict? Did I rush without giving myself time to mentally arrive? Sometimes it's as simple as a tired brain or a cold room. Sometimes it's a new condom that feels too tight or dry, or a lubricant that isn't comfortable. If a barrier method feels uncomfortable, that discomfort can interrupt sensation. Discuss fit and comfort with a healthcare professional and choose products that are safe and feel right for both of you. If you've started a new medication and you've noticed a pattern of changes in energy, mood, or sexual response, that's information to bring to your clinician. Do not change or stop any medication on your own. The point of this step is not to hunt for flaws, but to notice easy, practical factors you can improve next time. More rest, more gradual buildup, better hydration, and an unhurried pace. Step 5 is to step out of the moment with self-respect and a plan, not self-criticism. If arousal doesn't return today, the relationship isn't graded and you didn't fail. You can choose to end the moment kindly. I loved being close. Let's call it here and keep the pressure off. How about we pick this up another day? Later, when you're alone, reflect gently. What thoughts popped up? What helped and what didn't? Write down a few observations. It happened after a long day. I started worrying about being compared. Breathing helped. Talking helped. That short reflection turns an awkward memory into data you can use. Then, build a small habit stack. Regular sleep, daily movement, time outdoors, moderate screen time, and brief daily stress resets. 10 slow breaths, a short walk, or a stretch. These are not cliches. They're the core inputs your nervous system uses to decide, moment to moment, whether to allow arousal. Let's zoom out. Occasional erection changes are part of being human. Persistent changes deserve a conversation with a clinician. Red flags to take seriously include ongoing pain, visible curvature that worries you, difficulty with urination, numbness, injuries, unexplained fatigue, or a pattern where morning or spontaneous erections disappear for an extended period. Your clinician can check blood pressure, blood sugar, lipids, thyroid function, and mental health factors like anxiety or depression. Cardiovascular fitness and sexual health are connected because both rely on healthy blood vessels. Taking care of your heart, moving your body, eating a balanced diet, managing stress, supports your sexual function across a lifetime. I also want to talk about the role of attention and expectations. Sexual response is context dependent. If your brain has been trained to expect constant novelty, urgency, or perfection, real-life intimacy, which is slower, relational, and imperfect, can feel like less. Retraining attention to savor slower buildup, genuine connection, and sensory detail helps your nervous system link safety with arousal. That's one reason why mindful practices, simple breath work, guided relaxation, gratitude journaling can support your sexual well-being. None of these practices are about earning intimacy. They're about giving your body the conditions it needs to do what it already knows how to do. Let's rehearse the exact language you can use the next time pressure rises, because words matter when your mind starts racing. You can say, I want to enjoy this, and I need a moment to breathe. You can say, I'm here with you. Let's slow down. My body needs a second. You can say, this doesn't mean anything bad. Can we just hold each other for a minute? These statements are short, present-focused, and reassuring. They sidestep shame and invite collaboration. If your partner responds with kindness, name it. Thank you for being patient. That helps a lot. Naming safety teaches your brain to associate intimacy with support rather than scrutiny. If you're in a longer-term relationship, plan for intimacy instead of leaving it entirely to chance. Planning doesn't kill romance. It protects it from stress. Agree on times when you're both less tired. Create pre-intimacy rituals that calm the nervous system, a short walk, a cup of tea, a warm shower, music you both like, low lights, phones away. Build a routine that brings you into the same mental room. Consider a pressure-free night where your only goal is to connect. No targets, no timelines. Over weeks, you teach your body that intimacy is safe, unhurried, and shared. Confidence is not, I can force my body to respond on demand. Confidence is, I can navigate whatever happens with respect for myself and my partner. When you adopt that definition, the fear that one moment defines you loses power. You are not your last experience. You are a whole person, mind, body, and heart, learning how to care for yourself under pressure. That mindset shows up physically. Your face softens, shoulders drop, breathing steadies, and your body becomes more receptive to arousal. A word on comparison: comparing yourself to edited stories, exaggerated claims, or someone else's timeline is one of the fastest ways to spike anxiety. Real intimacy is not a highlight reel. It's a conversation your body and brain have with someone you trust. Move away from how it should look and toward how it actually feels. That single shift can change everything. If intimacy is new to you, or if previous experiences felt rushed, uncertain, or pressured, give yourself permission to go slowly. Slowness is not a lack of desire, it's a practice of consent and safety. Let desire build instead of forcing it. Notice what invites your body into relaxation: warmth, kindness, laughter, time. Notice what pulls you out: criticism, timelines, multitasking, fear of judgment. Then design the moment to include more of the former and less of the latter. If anxiety keeps showing up, learn simple nervous system tools you can use anywhere. Try a 2-minute breath ladder. Inhale for 3 counts, exhale for 4, then inhale for 4, exhale for 5, finally inhale for 5, exhale for 6. Longer exhales signal calm. Try progressive muscle relaxation. Tense your toes for 5 seconds, release. Calves, release. Thighs, release. Hands, release. Shoulders, release. Jaw, release. Forehead, release. That wave of letting go often opens space for arousal to return. These are not gimmicks. They're evidence-based ways to shift the body state that underlies sexual response. Remember, your partner is not an audience, and you are not a performer. You are two people navigating something tender. You don't owe perfection. You owe honesty and respect. If you show up with those, the rest becomes easier. To summarize the 5 steps in your own words: pause and regulate, communicate without pressure, expand the moment beyond a single outcome, check simple contributors, exit with self-respect and a plan. Practice these steps even outside intimate moments so they feel natural when you need them. Repetition builds confidence. Now, when should you seek professional guidance? If erection changes are frequent and distressing, if you notice pain, curvature, or changes in urination, if you've started a new medication and symptoms coincide, or if worry, low mood, or stress feels heavy most days, reach out to a clinician. Assessment is not a verdict on your worth. It's a way to support your health. If you ever experience symptoms like chest pain, fainting, fever, or severe pelvic pain, seek urgent care. Safety first, always. Before we close, I want to leave you with a reset phrase you can memorize. I am allowed to slow down. My body is not a machine. Connection matters more than perfection. If you carry that with you, you'll notice the pressure loosen. With practice, today's awkward moment becomes tomorrow's story of growth. How you learn to choose respect over panic, connection over performance, and care over criticism. I'm Dr. Catherine Harris. If this message resonated, revisit it when you need a reminder. Your body is not your enemy. Your nervous system listens to how you treat yourself. Treat yourself with calm, and your body will meet you there.